Hey everybody, Jenna K here. So a couple of days ago, I posted a video about what it feels like to get an unsolicited dick pic from somebody you've never met. Sometimes it comes by way of a dating site, sometimes it comes by way of a random post through Instagram. They come from all kinds of different places. I don't know where they come from, but they sure do come. Generally get about 3 or 4 of them, and I thought it was just me. I thought I was doing something wrong. I thought maybe I was asking for it somehow, some way. I wasn't sure asking for it with my words, but I thought I was sending that message. So I started to compare notes with some of my friends, and oh, it's not just me. No, we're all getting these. You ladies who are out there, you've gotten these too. So I thought I would share a message I got from a lady who reached out to me on Instagram and then had her friend actually forward the story itself through X. So, as a former therapist, as a lady with a degree in psychology, with a history, not so great history in this crazy dating world that we're in right now, I thought I would share my experiences. So I put myself out on a dating app a while ago. This was probably back about a year ago. And within about 2 or 3 days, I'd started to get messages, right? And some of them, before I even got a hey, I was getting random unsolicited pictures of males, well, genitalia. So instead of, feeling bad about myself after a while and comparing notes with some of my friends, because I thought maybe I was the only one getting them. Oh, no, 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 no. It's not just me. We're all getting these random, weird, icky, creepy photos that are unsolicited. That'd be different if you're in a relationship, right? And you're playing around and you're asking for those sort of things. From somebody you don't know, ew. So we compared notes, right? I used to just block, 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 block. I'd get one. First of all, I'd have to kind of look at it and figure out what it was. And then I would just hit block. But what fun is that, right? So here are some things that my friends and I decided we would do instead. So if you get one of those photos, one of my friends suggested, oh my, I'm so sorry, dot, dot, dot. I don't think she heard back from him. Now, another friend said, oh my God, maybe you should have that checked out. Well, that might have been me, dot, dot, dot. Now, make a note of that because I'm going to come back around to it. Then I had another one say, okay, she got a photo and she said, oh, yep, there it is. And then he didn't respond after that. Then I had another friend suggest getting a photo and saying, oh my God, what is that? Then I had another friend who suggested, because there was no point of reference, saying, oh my gosh, is that it? Question mark. Now, guys, if you get one of those messages, maybe that should be a hint. Now, my particular story was I got a hey. Then I got a pic out of nowhere. It didn't say anything else. It all started with a hey. He sent me a picture. And then he did send me another message and said, hey, your turn. Well, because I'd gotten the picture of the guy who may have needed medical intervention, I sent him that one back. He didn't respond after that. So if you know, you know. So ladies, share your examples. Guys, if you want to maybe fill us in on why you maybe think that we need to see those things or why you send them, maybe we can come to some conclusions here. So I'm going to go through this message. So I'm sending this message on behalf of my friend who wanted to send her story related to one of the videos you made via her Instagram, but it turned out her story was too long to share via that platform. She said she'd love to see it if you could use it with your content, and maybe use it for future videos. And she couldn't stop laughing. So now at the beginning of this message at the top, there was an actual picture that she shared. Why not? He sent it. It's fair game, right? So it was pretty funny, but I can't show it on here. I might get myself blocked. So she put, hi, Jenna. I just wanted to stop off by starting to say that you deliver such entertaining and educational content, and you're awesome at IamJennaK YouTube videos. You have so much energy and you provide such good advice. I've absolutely loved all of your content that I've listened to so far, and I've really had such a good laugh too at some of the content. So thank you so much for taking the time to make it and share it with all of us. So just on a side note, I'm a former therapist. I have a degree in psychology, and I just love trying to figure out how the mind works. And sometimes I just can't figure it out. She went on to say, I love story times and dating failure stories. Oh my gosh, haven't we had them all? Especially anything funny to do with the crazy modern day world of dating. And I especially love your video called 10, 11, 23 dick pic. I really want to know when these pics became the new normal, the new flowers that these men offer to us. So just on a side note, it's dated. My video is called that because I actually tried to upload it way back in October 2023, but I was new and apparently I didn't do it right. So out of nowhere the other day it showed up. So maybe it was time for us all to see it and talk about it. So she added, I just had to write to you with a story of mine about something which happened at my workplace related to one of these pictures. It's an awkward one about how I and other women at work responded to someone who sent me an unsolicited dick pic, and I thought it'd be fun to share it with you. It also shows just what can go wrong if these pictures are sent out, especially when they're unsolicited. So on with my story. A guy I used to work with used to always brag about having a huge penis. He always used to look for an opportunity to talk about how big he was and how so many men and women were after him because of it. I'm laughing because I've heard this before. He once said that he had a 10-incher. I'm sure you've come across someone like this at this stage. This all changed, however, when he sent me a dick pic. His pic was a close-up of his penis with the ruler right next to it, so I could see exactly how long it was fully erect. I don't know what he was thinking, but it wasn't anything to boast about. It looked like it was only about 5.5 inches long. So at the beginning of this message, I saw the photo, and it's absolutely right. He put a ruler right next to it, and yeah, I looked. 5.5 inches is about accurate. He then sent a message around 15 minutes later begging me not to show it to anyone else and saying that he was so sorry. But I'd already sent it to every single one of my female friends at that point. What woman wouldn't have, right? If they sent it, that's fair game, if only to warn them about him. It was no accident that he sent it to me, as I found out that he also sent it to someone else with the same apology to her about 15 minutes later, too. So in my video yesterday, I talked about, yeah, I'm probably not the only one that's gotten that photo. In fact, there's probably been at least 5 other people that have gotten the same one. I think that some of them needed a really good laugh, and they sure as hell got one, right? From then on, we kept making jokes at work by measuring various items in the office with a ruler and saying things like, damn, that thing's smaller than I expected. It doesn't even measure 6 inches, followed by lots of laughter. It was so funny watching him go as red as a beet, even though we thought we weren't talking about his junk. She adds, they really do need to understand that if they send unsolicited dick pics, then it's open season for us to send them to all of our girlfriends to point and laugh at as we criticize and judge. Telling them that it's small seems to work really well in getting them to stop. The dick pic guy left 2 weeks later, probably through embarrassment. Our boss didn't understand what was going on until after he left. Afterwards, we told her, and she had a really good laugh and said it served him right. How could we carry on working normally after going through that? Once you see it, you just can't unsee some things, guys. This is now the reason why I consider an erect penis 6 inches or less to be small. She laughs. Right? Do they expect us to react to their unsolicited dick pic with a message of, ooh, that's such a nice penis. Is that all for me? Wow, I feel so lucky now. It's so big and such a turn on, before we magically jump through the screens, desperate for sex, and then jump on top of them? Surely they must know that by now that approach doesn't work, and we're so much more likely to show their pics to friends and to have a good laugh at them. If they send these kinds of pics, then I think it becomes totally fair to make fun of their penises. After all, When else do we as women get such a good opportunity to have such a good collective laugh together at a penis without having to feel guilty about it in the slightest? Thank you so much again, Jenna, for your wonderful content and for the entertainment it has given me. And I really hope that my story gives you a good laugh or a smile. And it did. Thank you. You're more than welcome to use my story in any way you please. It would be awesome if it could be of help for you or any other future content ideas. Have a great day. So we all have these stories. Come on, ladies, bring it, share it. You send me them in your messages. I'll try to be as discreet as possible in sharing them, but let's have a good laugh. What else is there to do but laugh? So then she added, if you want to see the picture I received, then I've added it down below just to see how ridiculous this whole approach to me was. If he's so keen on sharing his pic with women, then I feel obliged to help him out. The full message I received from him was simply the word like, question mark, followed by an image of his erect penis, which I've included below. Shaking my head. A simple hello would have worked so much better for him and kept him out of trouble too. And I find laughter is really the best medicine when it comes to dealing with these pics. Here's the picture he sent. And again, I can't share this. I can't stop looking at it and laughing. Believe me, I've had those moments. No wonder that as a woman, our sense of distance is all messed up when men keep telling us that this is 10 inches long. And I said, thank you. She said, it looks like he's trying so hard to reach this over the 6-inch mark that he's ended up dragging the rest of his anatomy into the measurement. I don't know if you noticed that, but I hadn't until my friend Pat pointed it out. Come on, isn't this funny? Now that you've heard the story, I know you've got your own. So please do subscribe. Please hit the like. Please do follow. Please do share in the comments what you've got. If you've made it through the end of the video, please do maybe put an eggplant. That seems to be suitable for today's topic of conversation. Have a good day, everybody.